Okay, so I'm about to speak to Jason, Michael and Edward, who are all from a film called The Watchers, which has been nominated at our festival. Welcome to London.
Oh, thank you.
Jason.
Absolutely.
Michael.
Yes, thank you.
Edward, thank you.
Yes.
If you could introduce yourselves and your connection to the film, and then who would like to do a synopsis of the movie?
Okay.
All right. You can do a synopsis.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay, so you first and Jason.
My name is Jason Fedrusenko, and I'm one of the co-creators, co-writers, co-directors of The Watchers.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then go ahead.
Michael Van Patten, co-creator, co-writer, co-director of the project, and we also wrote the musical score for it.
Cool surname, I meant to say that earlier. Very cool. Okay.
Edward King III. I'm the executive producer, co-writer, co-director of the piece.
Thank
The
you.
Watchers.
Okay.
So we got three of us going on with this project.
Yeah.
So come on, so who's going to tell me about this?
Okay, I will. So The Watchers is a look into the daily life of these agents who basically are put in place to help an agenda of the shadow government. It's an international piece, and what they do is they go around and they make sure that they follow the agenda of the shadow government. And so The Watchers short film is actually just a daily look at their life, what they do on a daily basis. What does it look like to be this sort of agent in a secret shadow society?
Okay.
And then it's also a TV series that we've been working on and have sketched out. So The Watchers is a nice little just paint of the daily life, and the TV series goes and expands upon where they come from, why are they here, who put them here, and then just keeps going on down the rabbit hole as we unfold and see more and more and more of who the Watchers are.
So is this kind of what you call a proof of concept? I don't know if that's the right way to describe it.
I would say yes.
A toe in the water, we would say in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So how did you three, and obviously I don't know if you've all worked together, I guess you all have, how did the germ of this idea all come about? Was it like a brainstorming session? What happened?
Well, we've been friends for a long time, first and foremost.
Okay.
And we worked on a different project before. We worked on a reality dance competition show. So we already had a relationship.
Well, like Dancing with the Stars or something like that?
Exactly.
Was it Dancing with the Stars?
No, it wasn't. We wish it was. It wasn't.
It was when we created it. Was original concept.
Okay.
Original concept. And so we ended up having a conversation one night and realized that we all like conspiracy theory, and we all felt the same way from the standpoint of shadow governments and how people think they have free will and their will is their own, but it's not really their own, and you might be controlled by something else.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So we started doing a lot of research and expanding on it, and further on down the rabbit hole you go, as the more of these conspiracy theories unfold, we started to put these pieces together and say, okay, how can we construct this sci-fi world to where it's based in present day and it can go along with what we do in our daily lives, but at the same time too expand and even go back, maybe even do a little historical fantasy. How does that all play, and how long have the Watchers been here? So it took a while. I think it was a good 6 to 8 months of planning just the world.
Yeah.
Plus you've got your other work going on in the background, of course, I guess.
Oh, exactly.
So,
absolutely.
I know, obviously speak to loads of filmmakers, it is a fucking hard thing, isn't it? Because you're working long hours and you've got to, do other creative stuff and work on other stuff. But so how do you work all that into? Plus you've got your lives. Sorry, you've got your personal lives, your family lives, or whatever it is you have. Right. So how do you slot all that in? How do you find the time? Working 24/7, probably.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I teach dance for a living, so I work at night, and so I have my days free to work on stuff, and I'm pretty lucky that way because my hours are small.
Oh, now I see the connection with the dance. So this is presumably originally from you, or the previous sort of.
Oh, the previous thing we did. Yeah, it was one that we kind of came up together because I was a professional dancer and he used to work in casting, and so it was a show that was about the real way it takes to make it as a dancer and the audition process.
Right.
Whereas, so you think you can dance? I don't know if you guys know that show here.
Yes, we do.
It's more about choreography and the choreographers, and they just happen to get the right routine. The dancers look great, but if they get the wrong routine, they looked terrible. Our show was more, they were all doing the same thing. They all had to prove themselves.
Right, so it might be the
same level.
cha-cha-cha or the tango or whatever, or whatever. You can tell I watch Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
And the idea, we're going a little bit off piece here, I do all this stuff. Basically, you give them a routine, they've all got to do that routine.
Yeah.
It's more about auditioning and
Right.
the real world of getting work as a dancer as opposed to, showing choreography and all of that stuff. So it was a different vibe for sure.
Right.
I've got to
very
say,
different take.
I've got to say, when I've seen programs where you see what it's really like, it looks brutal to me.
It is brutal.
Really,
It's
really
brutal.
tough.
Yeah. I mean, I know so many great dancers in LA, they never work. Just
Well,
because
they
there's
can't
so
get
many.
the gig.
Yeah.
Oh, well, because the competition is so fierce.
I mean, you go to an audition, they're hiring 2 people, and there's 1,000 people there.
Oh,
It's brutal.
And I assume that of those 1,000, a heck of a lot of them are going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
But it's just got to be that.
A lot of it comes down to the look or whatever the casting people have in their mind.
Right.
It's hit and miss.
And to go along with casting too, what's interesting about the Watchers is that we held auditions like literally from 8 in the morning till 5 at night, and we saw so many talented people. But all the actors were handpicked because when they walked in the door after we put everyone together, we realized everyone has just that certain thing that we're looking for, that certain quality. So it's interesting. We spend a lot of time. There's so much energy that's been poured into this, not just for the short itself, but also for this whole world that was created for the Watchers.
Yeah, of course.
And so it's a labor of love, and we've to answer your question, a lot of late nights.
Yeah,
And so this
yeah.
is my first vacation, literally in a year and a half. So I'm glad it's in London.
Yeah. And luckily, all the places we go to are very nice. So I don't ever talk about the raising the finance because I honestly genuinely think it's none of my business, and that's a personal thing. But it would be interesting to know at what point when you're going through this, are you thinking, okay, this is going to cost X amount of money? Again, I don't need to know what that is, but that's got to be a conversation, hasn't it? So at what point do you go, okay, here's the concept, we come together with these ideas, we'll write a script next, I guess, get an idea. You've done the script, you're pretty happy with it. Is that the point you go, okay, we're just going to fucking hell, is how much is this going to cost? Or are you mindful for that all through the process?
Well, we had meetings and we actually wrote and worked on the script before we sort of did the production budget.
Right. Well, we sort of already knew we were going to do it. And so in the writing of it, we figured, well, we're going to do this no matter what. And we kind of looked at the cost, and we really looked at the cost from the standpoint of being able to make it affordable. That's why, if you notice, we don't have a lot of named actors in the piece because that increases your cost. We don't have like tons of locations or exteriors, that increases your cost. So we wrote it in mind with keeping the cost low, so that we could be able to get the funds for it and be able to get it produced.
And let's say, for argument's sake, I know this is wishful thinking, it all cost $100 all in to make. How do you stay within? How difficult is it to stay within that target budget? And did you drift over? Because you've got to be pretty tough.
As they will attest to, I'm the executive producer.
Right. Okay.
And so I will lower the boom very quickly. I'm like,
So
no,
you're the bean counter.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
I'm the mean girl. So I'm like, no, we can't do that. No, we can't have that. No. We don't need a crane. Just get on that step ladder, hold it, point that camera down, and make it work. That's
We were real creative in finding solutions at a lower cost. And we did stay within budget.
Oh, so
I mean,
you did stick right.
Yeah,
okay.
we did very well that way.
Because whenever I've talked to producers, executive producers, they always say, whatever anyone says to me, the first thing I say is, how much is it going to cost me?
Yeah.
So I guess that's across the board. So, okay, you did stay within the set budget.
Yeah. And we went with non-union actors or people that could do a
How did you do that? Because I thought you all have to be SAG.
No.
That's not the case. Oh, right, okay, that's interesting.
I think it depends on how much the project is costing.
Yeah. The
Somewhat-
thresholds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it's above a certain threshold, then you've got to have SAG.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we got amazing actors,
Yeah.
So, there's so much talent out there,
A bit like the dancing, I guess.
Yeah.
The world we live
absolutely.
in now is just overwhelming.
And we live in LA, so, that's
Tons
the
of actors
capital.
at your disposal in LA. So.
Yeah. For our lead actors, we probably saw like 300.
Yeah,
300 girls.
300
it was
girls.
cut down to 30, and then that was a very painful decision to sit there and just look at the audition tapes and go, oh my gosh, that was great. This one's good. And then so it's, it was a very tedious process, but I'm glad we did it because we got exactly what we thought we wanted to get.
I often think that when you're casting, and I'm not no idea because I've never been involved in films, but casting someone must be possibly not the hardest, but so bloody difficult, especially when you've got to pull the talent. I mean, it must be horrendous, frankly.
Well, even though we saw 300 girls, there was one that stood out.
Right.
Although there were 20 other great
Well,
ones
even
that
from the
would've
off, even from when you first saw, it, was like, hey, this girl's got some pressure. Like,
been. A few of the actors in the roles,
Yeah.
they came in, she's in, he's in. You know what I mean? But you still had to see everybody and then check them with, that they were actually
Pair
the
people
best
up
choice.
and see how they work together, the chemistry and whatnot. Yeah.
So if when you put this together as the three of you, there's bound to be creative differences because that's life.
Yeah.
No, but it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might have a group of friends.
Absolutely.
And, So how do you resolve this? For instance, if you say, look, I think we should shoot this. This is just an example in black and white. I'm sure, I know you didn't. And then you may say, great, and you may say, fuck that.
Yeah.
So how do you resolve all those? Because it must be ongoing.
Yeah.
A lot of long discussions.
Yeah, we do.
And then
We tend to talk everything out.
Yeah.
And we approach it from a logical standpoint. And so, if it's serving the material and if it's best for the project, because we throw a lot of ideas out, a lot of darts on the wall, and we systematically take them out. And then if we have like a really bone of contention, then it becomes a situation of, well, prove it to the other person. In other words, show me why your point is valid.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then if you make good sense and your point is valid and it can work, then we kind of all agree to it.
Yeah. And like Ed said earlier, we've been friends for a long time. So above everything, we're still friends. And we've certainly had arguments about things. A couple heated ones, but everything worked out for the best.
And it's also important to walk into this and go, it's about the project, it's not about our individual egos. And, like I was saying, if you just prove to the other person, it's like, well, I see where you want to go with this, but I think if we go there, it might actually do X, Y, Z. So, once you get to that point, you just serve the material, as you were saying. That's,
and a lot of people have thought it was strange that there were 3 writers and 3 directors for a short film. But a lot of people don't realize that we're creating a TV series, so we need that, the 3 people. You need to do all the work. It's so much work.
Yeah.
And although everyone I speak to involved in film tells me that, and it does make me behind in front of camera, it's like a drug. I know it's addictive, but do you ever sit there and think, what the hell am I doing? This is just too painful. Why am I not a surgeon? Or working at McDonald's or whatever?
I couldn't think of being anything else but a filmmaker. I just can't.
We're very creative people. He was an actor, I was a dancer. So we've been in the business all our lives, and we're creative people. So.
And genuinely, if someone relative, out of the blue says, do you know what, I want to be a producer, I want to be a director or an actor, what advice? Would you say don't touch that with a barge pole? Would you say you've got to be 150% committed? What would you say?
You'd have to be 200% committed.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, there's no right or wrong way. I mean, there's certain ways you can go about things, but, everyone has a different story about how they make it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not traditional to go to a short film festival and say, oh yes, but we also have, a TV series that goes along with that. You know what I mean? So we've taken our own individual path, and it's worked out for us so far. So, persistence is the key. You just have to keep going. If you don't, and you just give up, you're always going to have that in the back of your mind. What if I would have tried just a little bit harder?
And if you can't take no, I guess you're in the wrong industry.
Yeah. Perseverance is always the key. You got to keep going, and you got to love it. If you don't really love it, and it's not, you go, oh well, I could go do this, or I could go, and you don't love it enough to really stick it out.
Right.
Yeah, and I think once you start as an actor or a dancer, you get accustomed to no very fast, and so it helps you to get that thick skin, because you're not going to get booked every job, you're not going to get every audition. So I think when you do transition into being a director and producer, you now are seeing it from a different side, and you understand it better. So it wasn't really that my acting sucked. It was just that I was too. He was just too tall, or he was too fat.
I thought that was a confidence.
It becomes a different thing,
Yeah.
So what's been the reaction is obviously positive because you're here, and I'm sure you've been at other festivals, but what has been the general reaction? And is it the way you planned it to be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
We get the word timely a lot because a lot of the subjects we're tackling are coming out in the media right now.
Right.
And a lot of people think it's scary.
Yeah.
That was the one that surprised me the most because we just wanted to set out to do this world, especially this series that was a thriller, but not necessarily scary. But we got feedback from people, especially in audience feedback, and that kind of blew my mind. I was like, "What do you? It's scary? Oh, okay, wow."
Right, yeah.
That was interesting. I didn't expect that.
But I think the thought of people not having the free will they think they have scares people a lot.
Yeah.
So I think that's what scares people about it.
And what's next up on the Oki? Sorry, I said British saying, but what have you got next? Because this is just one of, I'm sure, other projects. So can you talk about your very next project? If you can't, it's no problem.
Well, sell the show,
Yeah,
get it going.
Yeah. I mean, post this, I guess is what I mean.
No, we have a couple of features that we're working on right now. I know, I'm not going to speak for you, but we have stuff in the works, and it's interesting because, we started off doing TV pitches, for reality, and then we said, okay, well, let's go into scripted. So now it's going to be a smattering of things. We're still going to be working on TV pitches for scripted and also reality, and then also go, the feature length as well. So it's interesting, when you have so many ideas, so you just got to focus on one, get it done, and then we've got, the slate ready to go.
The scary thing is that for me is that I'm really good at multitasking. So this is
You're like the only bloke out there that is.
right.
I am shit at it. Blokes, and I'm sorry, but we are not good at multitasking.
Well, this is one of 3 films that I have right now running in festivals. And then later this year, I'm going to shoot a feature film.
Right. Are you all involved in that as well?
Well, the feature film is kind of my baby.
Right.
But then I have the other projects that Jason was saying that we're doing together.
Yeah.
And the other 2 films, 30 Days to Say Goodbye, and then the other film is Cage, and they're currently running right now. Cage won the Melbourne Best Ensemble down there. 30 Days won in Idlewild, California.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, and we won the producer award for The Watchers in Idlewild.
Right,
So the
okay.
reception has been very, very good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
Guys, that's it.
Oh,
It was
all right.
painless, wasn't it?
yeah, there we go.
Absolutely painless. And genuinely, I always say to everyone at the end of the reviews, genuinely, I could talk for hours because I know you're cool guys, and I know all filmmakers. There's a story, That's why it's so easy for me to be honest. But
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you very much.
Well,
you
thank you
for having us.
for having us
Thank you.
and
Thank you so much.
being in this amazing city.
No, thank you.